Hey guys, so I'm live. So I'm off on my way to church. I'm going to the Mormon church in Temecula. And before I go, I've got a slight walk. So I want to talk about something about Christianity that means a lot, that is important to me. Paul the Apostle, once formerly Saul of Tarsus, said, "We are saved by grace through faith, not of works, lest any man should boast." Man meaning man or woman, I'm sure. I think that's an interesting scripture because, except for the Mormons, to almost no exception, every time I see a Christian, I see that either see or feel or deeply, receive the holier-than-thou approach of almost every Christian I've ever run into. The only people that seem to not boast about their righteousness are non-Christians, who then by very definition are going to hell. But the Christians all seem to boast about their righteousness, which by very definition means they're contradicting Paul and may not even be true Christians. So Christianity is a very slippery slope to me. I looked at the Christians physically and literally, physically and figuratively, when I was going to church, which my dad forced me to go to church twice a week, Sundays and Wednesday nights, every day, every week for 17 years of my life. He only went twice, and that was to check on me to make sure I was really in church and Mom was really taking me. But I looked at these Christians, and all I could see was they just had this self-righteous pride, and they had this attitude like, "I'm going to heaven, what about you?" And not only did that turn me off to them and Christianity, well, I didn't want to be anything like that. And I hated that feeling, if I even got it for a second, that, oh, I'm good. I hated that. So all the Christians did, and all my dad did, except teach me the Bible. I did learn the Bible from 17 years, but all he really did as far as my heart was push me in the other way, the other direction, because I wanted to be nothing like these people, and I succeeded. I'm not. I don't boast about my righteousness. For all I know, I don't have any. I may even be evil. I may even be the Antichrist. I don't know that. I'm born 12/6/6, 12/6/66. I don't know that. I don't know what that means, or if my name being James or X Wiseman Jr. means I'm going to do something significant with whatever I do, and it might be connected to the Antichrist. And Revelation 13:18 is the verse in the Bible that speaks of 666. And 13, if you take 1966, the year I was born, and take out the 9, you get 1, 6, and 6, which is 13. And then if you take the 12 and the 6, that adds to 18. And the verse of the chapter 13 that mentions 666 is verse 18. Not only that, you can think of the last three sixes, the 12 and then the 666. That 666 could also be considered the 18, which is the chapter. Which is the verse. And then the 12 of my birth and the 1 in my date of birth, 1966, could be the 13 chapter that 666 is mentioned in Revelation. There's so many pointers that I could literally be the Antichrist, and I see 120666 literally on my real California ID. It's raised up in letters, or numbers, I should say. So anyway, but at least to my credit, I don't boast of my righteousness. And for all I know, Jesus and God may like that I have a pure heart about that. I don't think that I'm righteous or better than the next guy, or look at me, I'm this. I never wanted to do that, and I never did. And cast me to hell if you want, whoever you are that sends a person to hell, if that even exists. But at least I do me. At least I do what I believe in and what I feel is right, and I call things like I see them. And just for the record, and just for experience's sake, and because it came to me, I'm trying the Mormon church, and I'm going to go to church here in a few minutes. So I may step out at any time. I may not never come again, but I decided I'm going to give it a shot. So anyway, hope I have a good experience, because next week, if I still am coming, there's actually the public talk. I'm available and able to give my own little talk in church next Sunday, the 29th. Usually it's the first Sunday of every month, but in this case, it's the last Sunday of this month, because something else is happening that only happens twice a year on the first Sunday of October. So anyway, just my little chat. I'm not trying to tear Christians down. I don't. Jesus said, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, and soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself, and the whole law hangs on these. He didn't say the law hung on some, love was the law. So, and